to you from the Civil Air Patrol's facilities located on Marco Island, Florida, it's the Spring Appraisal Fair. Brought to you by the Marco Island Historical Society. Sponsors for the Spring Appraisal Fair include Gulf Shore Life Magazine, Prudential Florida WCI Realty, Wachovia Bank, and WCI Hammock Bay Golf and Country Club.
Well, I'm Lee Lindbergh, and I'm the president of this august group, the Marco Island Historical Society. And we've just had a great day out here at the Civil Air Patrol hangar with people coming from all over Southwest Florida, besides Marco Island, with a number of different items to be appraised. It's been fun. We've had good food and good entertainment and a variety of people and perhaps up to 100 volunteers and more tonight at the silent and live auction over at the Hammock Bay Country Club. So I'd say it's been an incredible success and our most ambitious undertaking so far to build the museum for Marco Island.
Hi, I'm Wes Cowan. I've come down to the appraisal day to help out the Marco Island Historical Society fundraise for what's a great project, the development and construction of a new museum for all the folks on Marco Island to enjoy. And it's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Dr. Wes Cowan, Ken Farmer, and Nan Chisholm featured appraisers from the Antiques Roadshow, along with local experts Carol Peer, Mike and Denise Joyce, and Anna Yamanis rounds out our celebrity appraisers and draw a crowd they did from all over Southwest Florida, digging through the attic to bring out their treasures. Let's look in and see what they've found.
This is a silk map that was carried in a parachute kit of my wife's father. His name was Bob Froon. He was a captain. He flew the hump in China in World War II. And he gave this to my wife when he went after she was born. And she's kept it framed like this as a memory to her father, and because of its historical significance, and she's quite enamored with it, and so is the whole family.
Now, where'd you get this guy?
An old friend of mine left it to me. He was out in the military, lifetime in the military.
Well, you know, this is a North African rifle. It's called a camel gun. That lock is an English lock. And it's an English lock. And it would, do you remember, did you buy it from him?
No, he just left it to me.
It's a really nice one. Most of the time these are totally beat up and worn out. I would guess that gun is probably, you put some oil or something on it, it's still awfully sticky.
That's the way it was when I got it.
Yeah. It's probably worth somewhere between $600 to $800, something like that.
Okay.
They're not real collectible.
Okay.
What I want to do though is if still fire.
I've never messed with it.
We have a lot of the stuff that came from this house that I know
I want you to
we can do with it.
keep it like that. Don't keep it cocked all the time. That's hard on the spring. But it's a flintlock, and it's.
That's the only thing left when they get this thing.
I would guess it's from around 1750, something like that.
Yeah, 1750.
Nice gun.
Okay. And it's over.
And where'd you get the sword?
Same place. He left it to me.
It's a European, so it's an English sword. And this dates to probably around 1820, 1840. It's a saber, cavalry saber. And it's a nice thing. It would be better if it would have had a leather scabbard probably. But yeah, there it is. And that's worth a couple $100.
Okay.
All righty?
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
That old table.
This is the original pinball machine. My grandfather invented it in Youngstown, Ohio. It was during the Depression when people were not making any money at all, and he started with this one, and the difference was this was an old bagatelle game, and what he did is he put legs on this bagatelle game, and he put a coin slot. We don't have a coin slot on this one, but he put a coin slot on it, and then he and his friends took it to drugstores, and people would put 5 cents in, and at the end of the day he made $2.60. And from there he started building them. He started a factory. They started producing 100 pinball machines a day. Then they had factories in Toronto, Canada, and in Europe. So at 100 machines a day, they were making very good money during the Depression when others were having real trouble. So this is the original. It took off, and then a lot of people copied it. Chicago copied it, and Las Vegas, and so on. But this is one of the originals, and that's why it's so special. It's made with little pins that they hammered in, and women worked in the factories because they had very small hands and they could use a pin. But the difference is between this and other games is he put the legs on, he put a nice cabinet, and he put the coin slot. Before there was never coin slot on games. So that's the story. All right.
And I'm here today to find out how much this is worth, see if I can retire after all. Maybe yes, maybe not. It's just fun to be here with all these folks and seeing all the nice pieces, and hopefully everybody goes home with the good news.
Is something sort of vernacular that you see, not somebody that would have been in London or, you know, one of the big time guys, but somebody that was maybe out in the hinterlands. And
No, not at all.
brought 8,000. So this one's probably 4 to 6, 3 to 5, something like that. It's a good table. And if you look, most English stuff is not real. If that leg is replaced, then probably less than half is $6. That really affects the value quite.
I appreciate it.
We're breaking line here.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Thank you so much.
Pretty good. These were made in around the turn of the century in Northern California, and the 2 baskets are worth about $300, and the small basket on the inside is worth about $50. And the 1858 family Bible is basically worthless except to the family.
Well, this is a little toy we found. We have a little old doll here. I haven't done much to her since we found her. And then we have an old baby pillowcase that is dated from 1921. And the pictures, I don't know anything about them. We just bought an older home, and these are all the treasures that we found there.
And I'm with Hammock Bay. I sail here for WCI on site. We're one of the sponsors here of the Appraisal Fair. It's been a wonderful turnout. There are a lot of really interesting things being brought in, and the folks seem to be really enjoying themselves. And
My name's Michelle Gerard. I'm with Prudential Florida WCI Realty, and I'm helping out also today. What a beautiful day it is. Thank you.
These are some of the 36 greeters that are volunteering today. And this is Esther Moore and Kay Ziegler. Hi. Wonderful workers. There are in excess of 100 volunteers here today. A wonderful collaborative of community, the Boy Scouts, the Civil Air Patrol members, as well as many interested people in helping. There is music going on all today. We have Carol and Bernie Berman on the piano and the violin. We'll be listening to a jazz artist this afternoon. The Marco Island Strummers will be here also this afternoon. And Kevin Conkas has a wonderful array of fine food for people to purchase. And we've been told all along that this is a fair. And so indeed it is.
Grandfather served in the Civil War with Sherman on the march to Atlanta. We have 40 family letters he wrote to his wife and children. His Kippy hat, his discharge, and his regimental book. His hat alone is worth anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000. The regiment book, he doesn't even, they lost their wireless, so he doesn't know how much it's worth. But the letters are worth somewhere between $1,000 to $2,000 if we keep it all as a collection. So he's made our day. Wes Cowan made our day. We thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Some of you said pieces are worth more than other pieces. You got a bunch of 1902, 1904, 1906. Nice.
That had bought, there were like 20 pairs of these. They bought a set for their daughter and sent them to her. Oh. And so we brought them home with us. Before we just wrapped them in a towel. Pretty good, huh?
He had a club named him. Oh, he used to had him birthday.
Looks like they got wet. They bled a little bit. The ink is bled a little bit. Well, this belonged to my grandmother. She was a chemist, and she came from Lille, France. Came over to this country when she was about 24, and with my grandfather, right after World War I. And so, I guess she brought this with her. And when they passed on, I wound up with it, and we find out it's worth about $500 at the appraisal fair, which is it's just sat around as a decorative piece for all these years.
We've had a great time just meeting new friends and seeing what they have and finding out about their histories and their families and sharing in their joy and finding out what some of their treasures are valued at.
Just because your mama thinks you're hot, just because you think you've got something that nobody else has got. You caused me to spend all my money. You laugh and call me old Santa Claus. Well, I'm telling you, baby, I'm through with you, because, just because
these signatures, and they.
I know, that's why I thought.
Here, Wes. Clark Gable.
I did have
Was that Clark Gable?
What they told me, but
I had it restored, and it was in the original with the paper and everything. Yeah, it's all of the same.
let me ask.
Yeah,
I'll
but
find
I
out.
know it's not much because I look at the, it's not the detail.
No.
My name is Tommy Barfield, and I want to welcome you to the Appraisal Fair. We are building a museum on Marco Island. My name is Betsy Perdichisi, playing the part of Tommy Barfield. At noon, I will be in my costume and my hat and my gloves, and we'll be doing some folklore reenacting of the Captain Collier and some of the local pioneers that developed Marco Island.
And I got the house and everything in it. So all I'm doing is I'm getting this appraised, and then I'll pack them away and give them to the grandkids. And I'll just keep going through the family. But my father has been looking there. Yes. Wow, those are beautiful.
We didn't put any of that on there until much later.
This is my father's aunt. I was a missionary in China, and staying somewhere around the 1920s, 1930s, could be possibly earlier. She brought it back and gave it as a gift to my father. And we don't know what it is. It may be something on a bedpost, or it could be at the end of some kind of a scepter or staff. And but it's very all hand carved, and it's of a dragon.
Okay, I got a book. This is a Mexican book. My wife bought for me 10 years ago. So I'm here to see how much to buy it.
So this is the voice of Jalisco.
Yes.
Guadalajara, March 16th, 53.
1853?
Yeah. Benemerito.
First of all, we think this is a great event for the Historical Society, and I think everybody's finding that they all have some treasures. We're happy with what we heard. We had a piece of Mexican book from the
1840s. 1840s. I think it's a good book.
There's down here.
Only one, but the drawer pulls out and there's the crank with the side.
Yeah, it had three at one
I
time.
would do anything to get another cylinder. I don't know where to go.
Well, there are people that deal in these things that if they had one of these, if the mechanism was messed up, then you could probably buy cylinders from them. That's very nice. And the value of these is determined by the number of airs each one of them will play. They call them airs, songs. And the triple drawer also adds quite a bit of value. That one, value on that one's probably going to be about $4,000 to $6,000. Somewhere in that neighborhood.
I have a question. Anything I can do to improve the condition without compromising the value?
Not much.
Nothing?
Thomas Edison.
Is that right?
Well, think of it. The record player. You got a record gramophone.
What a worker.
I should wind it up for you. I'd like to hear it. Do you want to hear it faster? How are you?
You look great today, though. You looked great last night.
Thank you. These are books that my grandfather passed down to me. They're all in German.
Oh, you're the German troublemaker,
I'm
right?
the German, yes. Is there any German experts here? I think one of them is a Bible.
Yeah, no.
1729.
Let me look at this. Look like the life of Martin Luther. Let me see what I can find here.
But one of them is a Bible. I mean, I think they're all different. I don't think. Do you read German?
No, but I don't really need to. I can just look up. I can look the title of the book up online.
Oh, my great grandfather made this.
I was going to say it's a homemade one.
Yes.
And do you have any more cars?
Do I what? No,
Do you have any more?
cars.
Just
No,
the locomotive.
He just made this. It was made in 1858.
I have a certificate from the Fredericton, New Brunswick.
With the patent. And the patent office had hundreds of thousands of working patent models, most of which were thrown out. The patent model, the patent building burned twice, where thousands and thousands of them were burned up. But there's still plenty of patent models left. I mean, there's a plane you can run, they can run.
Yeah, I've kind of forgotten. There might be that. I've forgotten.
Well, very good.
I remember the chiming. It was beautiful.
Thanks for bringing it in.
Thank you.
You're awfully dressed up tonight. I appreciate you wearing that hat.
Yeah, well, today I'm light of it. I do reenact.
Same last name, interesting.
Thank you.
Anyway, Ann and I are coming tonight.
Good.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
I think the thing that's been greatest about today is we have had so many nice people, and we've seen a lot of interesting things. I'm glad that the wind picked up because we were just about ready to roast early this morning.
I mean, it's probably from the late, maybe 18th, early 19th centuries.
You think it's that young? Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's it's worth maybe $100, $50.
Both work.
What do you think this video would say?
No, but I don't recognize the makers of
the plate is colonial coin silver, and I bought it in Virginia approximately 40 years ago, but we don't know anything about the history of it. And in fact, what I'm going to be doing is photographing the maker's mark, and they want to send it to Colonial Williamsburg's metal curator to get some more information.
This is a Buddy L fire engine. I received it as a child from my grandmother's sister. That would be my great aunt, her father. It was his toy when he was a youngster. It was made somewhere in the early 1900s, and they're putting a value on it today of somewhere between $45,000 and $6,000.
A perfectly lovely day, and I actually saw some great stuff.
Limited edition, or like a bronze at all.
That much.